All right, if you all are tired of smelling the same as everyone else, looking for something different, looking for something unique to get you through your summer months, we got some perfect fragrances for you all. And we're going to start off with one of the most unique ones that I have in my collection. I'm going to start off here with Ganymede. Ganymede. Hopefully you're able to see that. This is by Marc Antoine, and as you can see, just the beautiful gold bottle here. Has a more of a snap-on type cap, but I think it's just the color. You know, I love the gold color, so that's gonna always do it for me. It has a. It's just hard to explain. There's no way you have anything like this. You've smelled anything like this. It's a mineral suede accord in there. It has some saffron, leathery, gives a nice leathery accord, which usually you wear more in the fall, but it has this note that is called a immortelle, and that's kind of a honey tea type of fragrance accord. And then it has this osmanthus note, which is a leathery, milky kind of mixed with an apricot type of smell. So very different. It has, as it dries down, it's warm. It has the spices will come through. It can be a little aquatic, just a little bit. It has some oud and some woods. Man, it smells amazing to me. Not for everybody. I would definitely get a sample. As a matter of fact, most of these, this right here, most of these I'd probably get samples of, but definitely for this one because it's so unique, so different. You can get a 30 ml for about $130. The larger size, which is this one here, 3.4 ounce, will probably run you closer to $220 or so. So get your nose on Marc Antoine's Ganymede. And so next on the list we have this one right here. For those who don't want something, that Ganymede can be kind of strong. This version right here is not the extract. That one is really strong. This is just the regular one. So don't get the extract unless you want to really fill up a whole room. Next one on the list is by Bottega Veneta Illusione, hard to pronounce. This right here this is total opposite of Ganymede. I mean, this one right here, I'd say will sit more closer to the skin. Doesn't, the cap is okay. Has a snap-on cap, as you can see here. But it's a woody citrus fragrance. It has this bitter orange mixed with a lemon in the opening, and then it has fir resins in it. So that's basically just kind of a sweet, rich, balsamic, woody type of accord. So the woods will come through as it dries down. Has some cedar, vetiver, a little bit of tonka in the dry down. This right here sits close to the skin. So I call this it's close to the skin. It doesn't project, probably maybe in your personal space. That's how far as it projects. So it's not a strong fragrance. So those of you who want, now, because it's summer and it's warmer, as you move around, it might project a little bit, but it's very light. So don't think this is a beast mode fragrance, but it smells amazing. Very good fragrance. I don't think you'll offend anyone with this one right here. Get your nose on this one. Okay, so next on the list, I'm going to go with one by Navitus, and this is Navitus. This is Eau Debonaire. This one was put out by the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. Check out his YouTube channel. And this is, nice. I think you can wear this year round, man. It's just, it has enough heft to carry you even through the winter months, but it's works in the summer to me as well. Opens up with a beautiful citron accord. Man, that's that orange. It has that lemon lime type of opening. It has of course the bergamot. It has some peppers in there as well. It has a beautiful lavender accord, which gives it a nice powdery, not too powdery, but a little bit of a powderiness to it. Has a little greenness to it. As you see, the bottle's green. Look at the bottle, very beautiful bottle, gold cap here. And as it dries down, it gets into the base. It has some ambroxan, gives the creaminess. It has oak moss in it. Has a little benzoin in there and some vanilla. So it has a little bit of those ambery accords as it dries down, which just makes it just works, man. It's just such a nice fragrance. I think this is signature scent worthy. You could definitely, I would wear this. You could wear it to the office. You could wear this definitely dressed up. You could definitely wear this dressed up. I wouldn't wear this to the gym or anything like that. But man, good fragrance. It'll run you probably $140 unless you can catch it on sale. But it is a nice fragrance. Next on the list, I will have to go with this one right here. It's a new one that I have in my collection, and this is by Brioni. This is called Essential. This is EDP. Green bottle here. Nothing. The cap is nothing to, it's a magnetic cap, which is always nice. It has good atomizer. It just smells good, man. Opens up with cardamom. It has the bergamot in there, of course, but it has a tomato core. I know that sounds really like, what, tomato? It gives it a nice earthy spiciness to it. A little sweet, but not overly sweet. It has some patchouli and some tonka in there. And then I'm smelling it in air right now. It has some frankincense in there. So that's where you get the warm resins in there. It has some ambergris, which gives it a nice salty accord. Very unique, very different. It just takes you on a nice journey. It develops very nicely. It doesn't project more than an arm's length or anything like that, so it's not super strong when I've worn it, but it just smells so good. I've enjoyed it a lot. This is Brioni Essential. It's very new. It's I don't even know if it's out. I don't even think you can get this out in Macy's. You have to order it on their website. I'll leave links to where you can get these, so get your nose on that. It will run you, I think, about $130, $140 in that range. But for a good sized bottle, I think this is 3.4 ounce bottle here. Okay, so next on the list, we're gonna go with this one right here by Alhambra, Labyrinth of Spices. Very different, very unique. Has a snap-on cap here, but bottle looks decent, very decent here. This here, it opens up with a little bit of pineapple in there, which is always good in the summer, if you all know that. It has a rosiness to it, so if you like rose fragrances, this one has a little rosy, has labdanum in it. You can smell some of the spices in there as it begins to develop. It does have a little bit of cinnamon and tonka in there, a little nutmeg, so the spices really develop in this fragrance. As it dries down, the lavender begins to come out towards the dry down, which is different. Usually that's a little bit more in the mids or opening. It has a little bit of amber and sandalwood as it dries down. A lot going on in this fragrance. Very different, unique. You could definitely really pull this off in the spring. I'd say definitely in the summer. It's a little stronger, I'd say. This one right here does project a lot, so be careful if it's high heat. But so this is a little bit stronger than the other ones I've mentioned. Get your nose on that. Next one on the list here is one. This one right here is by Xerjoff. This is 40 knots. 40 knots. Now you all know Xerjoff. 40 knots, man. I mean, Xerjoff fragrances, they're always going to have nice presentation. Look at the gold cap. It's a snap-on cap here, but they're always strong caps that you can hold. I wouldn't suggest doing that to bottles, but man, beautiful blue bottle here, kind of a bluish purplish, good presentation. It'll run you about $120 or so, but it opens up with this nice floral. Man, this is like this nice floral sea breeze. It reminds you of a sea breeze. Yeah, you could wear it on the beach, wear it walking, just walking around the neighborhood here. It very different, very unique. Man, it's hard to describe, really. You know, it has this woody saltiness to it. It's not really aquatic, but it's warm. It has a little bit of iris in there. Well, I don't know if they list iris, but it smells like there's iris in there. Kind of a very sparkling iris, or a sparkling type of feel to it, you know. It has some warm musk in it as well. Just, man, it just is different, man, and it's really good. It is pretty strong. I think it projects a lot. I'm enjoying it, really enjoy it. Get your nose on this one right here, 40 Knots by Xerjoff. And then I featured this before, but I'll feature it again. This is going to be by Mancera. This is Aoud Lemon Mint. You know, Mancera has the magnetic caps, beautiful bluish, greenish type bottle. Itemizers are just the best. Look at that. Oh, smells good. The itemizers, you don't get better itemizers to me than Mancera. They're my favorite. It opens up, of course, with the lemon and the mint, just like the name says. But then it has this almond type of accord, which is just so nice. Gives that creaminess. It has some sweet spices to it. Some oud in there, of course. Some patchouli, and as it dries down, it has the nice ambers, vanilla, has the musk, a little bit of leather in it. Just nice, unique, different. Not your normal burst of citruses, you know, that you usually get for summer fragrances. This is, it will project about an arm's length, so nice projection as you start walking around. This, it just smells so good. Get your nose on this by Mancera. This is Aoud Lemon Mint. Good fragrance right there. Another very unique fragrance that I have here is going to be H24. H24. This is Hermes. This is the Parfum version. I have done a review comparing the Parfum versus the EDT, so take a look at some of my older videos and you can find out the differences between the two. I like the Parfum version because it just has a nice projection to it, a little bit more. It's deeper. It opens up with this kind of a creamy coconut type of accord. It's deep, it's rich, it a little bit of a throwback, you know, kind of gives you a throwback. It's like a modern twist on a throwback type of fragrance. It has some mossiness to it. It reminds you of kind of like a damp forest after it rains. It is a little woody, a little earthiness to it. It has some mineral, not mineral, but maybe like clary sage, I believe is one of the notes listed in there. In here, it has some nice ambers as it dries down, so it does get a little ambery. That's where the richness is. Kind of a new school barbershop type fragrance is what I call this one. Very different, very unique. I think it's perfect for the summer months in my opinion. I have the EDT as well. As I said, I've done a review on that. I think you can get this in the $70 to $90 range, depending on the size you got. I have a larger size here. So get your nose on H24, the EDP version here. And then next on the list we have here, This one is by Habibi, and this is Spiced Bergamot and Orris. Spiced Bergamot and Orris. Man, this one right here is run you about $120 for this one right here. It opens up, of course, with the bergamot and iris, so that's definitely in here. Has some cardamom in here as well. You'll get this geranium in there, which is that rosy, lemony type of accord. It's not super powdery, but does have some powderiness to it a little bit. As it dries down, you'll get into the tonka and some cedar and some woods as it dries down. So just a nice, different little take in the summer months when you mix the bergamot and the iris. So I'm not going to talk too much because I have featured this before. And then we have another one that I featured before, but it is very unique, and that is going to be by Vince Camuto, Virtu, as you can see here. And of course, I've featured this before. I'm not going to talk too much. It is Santal 33 type of fragrance. It has the papyrus, which is that woody accord. Some cardamom gives it that nice warm baking in the oven. It has the birch in it, which is the nice leathery accord. Some vetiver, some moss, has some sandalwood and leathers as it dries down. Good fragrance, $20 type. I think it's like 20 bucks. So it's a blind buy worthy. I think that's all I have for today, as I've given you some unique fragrances that I think will be perfect for the summer months. So this is Marvin, Preaching Scents. I hope you all have enjoyed, and let me know some of your unique fragrances that you're wearing this summer. I'm out.